Can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you, coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Thursday, July 31st. We're ready for some football tonight with my San Diego Chargers. I said it. LA Chargers tonight taking on the Detroit Lions. We'll get the NFL season going here. We'll get our football season going. We know we've had some football already here for a few weeks. We'll have one CFL game tonight. Hey, it's not like I needed any extra time to get ready for this show. Won't be here with you for too long with today's card. 3 Major League Baseball games, the 2 football games, and 1 WNBA game. What else can we get going? We know we have some soccer we can look at too, and some great tennis from north of the border, and they're underway with the golf here today. And one of my long shot picks, look, I went all long shots here this week at the Wyndham for sure. And well, I got Victor Perez up there right now, 100-1 shot. Just went with pretty much all long shots in this one, other than Upper Decky, Matsuyama, my choice of the favorites there, but pretty much went with all long shots here this week. Try to hit something here, and took them in some other plays as well, and some top 20s here this week. Also got another guy up there so far in Rico Hoey, hanging out there at 3 under already today at 65-1. So he's 2 under right now there, but I went with some long shots here today. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Steam Show here. We get ready for the action. Say hello to everyone in the chat, and just have a fun time here for maybe an hour or less today for sure with our light sports betting card. But that's okay. We'll take a little breather here, little deep breath before we get going for the NFL season and all of our football coming up. Hello, who's in the chat? Laker boy, hello. He likes Calgary tonight over Ottawa in the game. Doesn't worry about what's going on in the quarterbacks there, but this one reeks of I just don't know how else to say it, right? I mean, we've seen such a big move here on Ottawa because of that injury situation. Ottawa's been terrible, but what are you going to do? That's for us to decide when we get to that point tonight. We look at the game here, but we do know that, it'll be PJ Walker. Hey, we've seen PJ in there before. We've seen PJ in the NFL. So we'll see tonight. Calgary can get it done with the backup here tonight. And let's see who else is here in the chat. Besides Laker Boy, he's talking about the Rays last night. Twisted's here. Bobby Mack is here as well. Andrew G is ready. Hey, Reish is here. All right, nice to see Reish. He's here tonight. And he's ready for Braves and Reds, he said there. Let me see here. I missed some of the action here with you guys. I don't know what happened here. Let's see here. Andrew K is there. Twisted in there. Thank you, guys. I missed some of those comments. You guys are really ready to go here today for sure. Nuke, good morning. Hello. Thank you for being here. We do. Nice to see We Do here again for after a while. We Do's back. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Fastest growing sports betting channel. Let's see here. I'm looking a little flush here. Is that, am I just getting old here? All right. Let's see here. Going through these comments, just want to say hello to everyone here. Chargers money line and under here for Twisted. And We Do said Atlanta was winning one time 44-0 at some halftime. And are you ready for some Thursday night? I thought it'd be cool tonight. Brent Musburger getting honored there, and should be a pretty good thing there to have Brent in the booth. If anybody's a big Brent Musburger fan from back in the day, and I remember the NFL Today. I mean, dun 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 bum bum dun 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 bum bum dun dun bum 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 dun dun. This is what you do when there's no sports action. So, all right. Hey, everyone, you get more plays from me here. If you go over to winnable.com/Ramon, I've got my premium picks coming today. We had some good picks yesterday, and I'll be ready to go here today with winners tonight. We'll have a few premiums. Yeah, look, if you subscribe today, I'll give you an extra day or two here with today's card. So please consider going over to winnable.com. This is how you support me here on the channel. Gets me up and going here every day to talk a little sports and sports betting early in the morning here in Las Vegas. Hey, I get up at, early in the morning to hang out with you guys. Hey, it's not me, it's you. I'm fortunate to have all you guys here, but it is 6 in the morning here, 6:30 in the morning. So if you want to hang out with me, please keep checking me out over at winnable.com and getting my additional plays, my additional premiums here. And I'll have more plays today, and we'll go over some of the action real quick from last night. I guess I'm kind of rushing things here, and I don't want to, because then the show's over and my time with you is up, and I go back to my lonely little life. So check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon. Okay, there we are. Get ready for our coverage here, but let's look at some of the action from last night and some of the trade talk here today, because it's going to be probably a whirlwind day. I thought we had enough trades there yesterday, but we'll see what happens in Major League Baseball today. We saw some pretty big deals there yesterday with the Twins and the Phillies. Minnesota sending their closer to the Phillies for a couple of players, including Micabel. We saw Duran going over there to the Phillies, and saw the White Sox deal Slater for a pitching prospect. Brian Hayes, trying to get his bat going here. He's headed to the Reds. Saw the trade late last night. Suarez does get dealt. He gets dealt to the Mariners. So the Mariners are serious, obviously, now, winning the Suarez sweepstakes there. So those were some of the big ones there. Cubs got Soroka. Tyler Rogers was involved in a deal. He goes to New York there yesterday, but you got to think we're going to have some more action today up until 3 p.m. Here, and Carlos Correa could be headed on the way. Could Nolan Arenado be headed to Houston here? Can my Padres get involved with anything here? All right. Let's see here. A few more comments. We'll get started with the show, but let's see what happened there. Let's see here. Who else is in the chat and getting us going? Andrew, remembering the crew there. Remember how it would say, Fearless George? Da, 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 da. Terrell thinks I should be at ESPN. They'd probably fire me. I'd probably get fired like Shannon Sharp did. And hello to Harrison today. All right, let's take a look at some of the action, though, from last night real quick. Review some of the winners and losers yesterday, or probably just the winners. But, hey, I had a premium pick over there, a super high roller play over at Tony's with Toronto winning there over Baltimore. They get out of town with a win there after struggling in that doubleheader, but it was the Blue Jays able to get that win on the road with Barrios against Kramer. Barrios had a good situation, it felt like, there yesterday, and he was able to get the win 9-8. Wasn't easy, obviously, but Toronto gets that key win there for sure. Hey, we had a premium pick, a sports money premium. I had the Boston Red Sox in that 13-1 win over Minnesota. They made that pitching change, obviously, but with Zebby in there, and we had Boston, and they rocked in that game there yesterday. Also, premium pick winner Washington and Houston there with a win. We had the over and a 9-1 win for the Astros yesterday as they kind of trying to get back on track a little bit. We had a premium pick winner with, hey, hopefully you're subscribing to the premiums. They were pretty good. We had Kansas City yesterday over Atlanta. They were favored. We know that with even with the pitching change there, with the way they bullpen, man, that was a bullpen game deluxe, right? Getting one inning pitch by each pitcher, pretty much. I think one guy had 2 innings maybe in there, and Kansas City got the win in that one. I think the Twins did the same thing, didn't they? We had the White Sox here on the Morning Steam show yesterday on the. I know we went with them on the run line. I should have had a little more courage, but just trying to keep the wins coming. The White Sox clubbed Philadelphia at 9-3 with all those 3-run homers. They had a couple 3-run homers in there for sure in that game yesterday, playing some long ball with that 7-run 7th inning. We had also here on the show Pittsburgh with Burrows getting that win. The Pirates win over the Giants, and the Giants are sliding away here. We also had the under in that game with Burrows up against Webb. That was a premium pick winner for us, the under. I think we won almost all the premiums. We lost one. That's what it was. No, it was a push. Oh, no, we lost the total with Seattle. I'll get to that. But we did have the premium pick winner with the Mets and the Padres game to go under and the 5-0 win. Yu Darvish, that was vintage Yu Darvish, and that's what the Padres need right there. What we saw from you, it looked like old you to me, and Padres got that win. I know I went with the Mets, but I'm, talking up Yu Darvish for sure in that victory yesterday. Masterful, his best outing of the season, 7 innings, no runs, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts, retired 13 in a row at one point. And Padres, that's their 15th shutout of the season this year. That's their 5th in a row, and they're moving up. And we saw the terrible, terrible news last night with Shohei Ohtani. Now, Ohtani says, I have cramps, and I have, the weather was hot. So they pulled him from the game, from the mound, after 3 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 7 base runners. He did not look happy, but he remained in the game and did bat, even though he was only 1 for 13 in the series. Is Shohei Ohtani injured with his pitching arm? And yet to be determined, right? I don't know if there's any conclusive information, no matter how they want to spin it right now. It didn't look good. So the Dodgers, though, lose the game. We had the Reds yesterday in the 5-2 win here on the Morning Steam show. We also had the under over there on the Cover the Spread show in that game. I know Mikey Money had the under as well with his premiums yesterday in that game. But the major concern is, can Ohtani still pitch? Everyone laughed at me when I said, hey, you should use Ohtani as a closer. Now, we don't know what would happen. We don't know. 1 inning is 1 inning at a time. I mean, that's really what you're doing, right? But here he was trying to extend his innings here, and who knows right now, right? I mean, is he telling the truth there? Is it cramp? Does he not know because how it felt? So just a bad, it's negative news for the Dodgers for sure. They lost the game. They're not playing very well. Padres are on their tails right now, and Shohei Ohtani is possibly hurt, and he's not hitting very well either this week too. So rough time for the Dodgers yesterday. We had the Reds. Hey, we also had Miami here on the show yesterday. We had Miami with Quantrill in the 2-0 victory, and yes, we did have the under. Yesterday there was I mentioned that Kansas City win. It was 1-0. We had the over in a 1-0 game. We blew it. Where our hot streak there, we know when it's going to be 1-0, we go under. But this one was 2-0. Miami and St. Louis. Miami gets the win with Quantrill. A good outing there. And we also had the under there in the Tony's Picks Happy Hour show yesterday. I'm on at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific over there. Give out some more free winners. I know Mikey Money also had the winner with the under as a premium pick yesterday. He had that Dodger under, and he had this under. All right, good job, Mikey. And I had it as well with Miami and St. Louis there yesterday. Also, we had a winner here on the show with Texas. Another winner for Mike. Mike had a good day, I think. Texas, we had Texas over the Angels 6-3. And hey, you know what? We had a premium pick on the over, despite the fact that Nathan Eovaldi was in there, one of the best pitchers going. But yeah, we were on yesterday for sure. The over in that game got it done. And late night Atlanta Athletics, we had them on the run line against Woo. We took the Athletics in that one with a win. So pretty good results, I'd say. In the baseball, WNBA, we did have a winner here on the show yesterday with the Mercury and the Fever game to go over in that 107-101 wild one yesterday with the Fever getting the win at home. They win their third straight, and they keep winning without Caitlin Clark. When she comes back, they kind of been losing. When she's been in there, they've been losing a few, but not really funny, but coincidental there as Indiana got the win. The big game, Liberty and Minnesota, I whiffed on that one. I went with the under in that game. Big mistake, right? Minnesota, Collier lit it up there yesterday, and Minnesota won the big game. They probably pushed for the most part. Now, I know I was on the Liberty there, and if you watched on the 2-3 Zone WNBA preview show that I'm on daily with Ron Crawford and Justin McKelvey, you saw that we took there the Liberty, and yeah, it was probably more than 7 at that time, but let's face it, it landed 7. It pretty much landed 7 everywhere. Also, we had Dallas here on the show. You bet we had the Wings there. Don't call them the Wigs. We had Dallas plus the points, and also another push. In fact, some people may have lost, actually. I don't want to get too greedy here. I know we talked about it again on the 2-3 zone, and this one did open as high as 7.5 and just kept going down. We were on Dallas. Apologize if some people lost there. I think we won for the most part on the show, and I think we won for the most part yesterday on the show because the line we were talking about at 3, but also I did have a premium pick. My sports money premium was on the over in that game. They all went over yesterday. All right, that's it for the recap, I think, and we'll get going here. Say hello to a few more folks. NYC Bar says short card today, slow day. We're trying to make it fun here for you guys. Can the dream bounce back, says Terrell in there. We'll go over... let's see here. We do. Jays aren't making it at the there, he says. Bunch of fake people. I don't know what that means. Okay. Giants are slipping away. Ohtani will be fine, says Abel. Good to know. I that does feel good. Ohtani doesn't need to pitch here. Yeah, it feels like he's pretty good, but could that be it? All right. Abel, he's very optimistic here. Yeah, no problem. They're the Dodgers. They have plenty of pitchers, no doubt about it. But whatever it is, it's not working out right now. They're having a pretty rough week. A lot of ups and downs. And Dougie Wise is here. He's got his play of the day as well. Hey, I want to shout out everyone in the chat right now and take a look at the early returns on the top chatter. It's Harrison number 1, Abel's number 2 there right now. Thank you guys for being here today. And you got some other guys in there as well, racking up the attention of the algorithm here. I think it's Laker Boy number 3, Andrew K number 4, Bobby Mac 5, Nuke 6, Twisted 7, We Do 8th, Terrell 9th, Reesh is in there 10th. Let's get going with the games here. We don't need to delay. We get out of here in a little quickie here right now. And Harrison says, what about the Gilbert Arena situation? I was like, hey, how come I didn't get invited to this game? It sounds pretty juicy there. Terrell says the recap's getting a little long. Let's go. Rays and Yankees here with Ryan Pepio getting the start. He's up here against Stroman here in this one with the Rays on the road against the Yankees here right now. A little bit interesting here, the way things are going in the standings now, right? As things are heating up in the American League East. We know currently, here we go, with Toronto now 4-game lead, feeling pretty good for sure, but you got the Yankees 4 games back, Tampa Bay 8.5 back here. They're only 500 here right now, so look, Yankees a little bit of slip up here a little bit with the Judge out currently, and we know there's some trading going on, and the Yankees got to be involved for sure in the trades. But let's see how you guys have this one today with the Yankees. Go over some of the numbers here for Pepio. Oh, pardon me, folks. There we go. For Ryan Pepio here, comes in with a 3.49 ERA, 1.14. The whip, 222 batting average against, and a 258 BABIP for Marcus Stroman. 8 starts, 609 ERA. Stroman's 6-1 to the over when he pitches. Yankees are 5-3 with Stroman on the mound. Current line here is probably $1.15 for the Yankees, maybe a little bit lower. It's almost a pick 'em here, really, right now, in the total 8.5. It's a lot of respect for the Rays here, but Stroman might be the reason why the Yankees aren't getting great attention. He's got a 6.09 ERA, 1.58 whip, 277 batting average against, and a 296 BABIP. Look, the Rays sometimes can give these guys a little bit of a hard time, Tampa Bay, but not right now, it feels like. You know, Tampa Bay's lost 6 of their last 7 games coming in. They're just 1-9 in their last 10 games on the road this series so far. The Yankees do lead the series 2-1 as we wrap it up here. 4-game set here right now. So let's see how you guys have this one. I'm going to go to the chat and see here with our 3 games today. I guess everyone better chime in. Chat all stars. Hello, stars. Are you ready? Here we go. Take a look at the figures here in this one with Tampa Bay. They've gone under in 6 of their last 8 games on the road. Here comes some of the comments from the chat right now. And I think NYC Bar is on the under here. And 9 Legacy says Yankees run line. Andrew K says anybody can win the World Series this year, I think. Nuke says give him the Rays. He doesn't like Stroman here as a favorite or even a pick 'em. Robert's on the Rays, first 5 here. We do say, you know what, 3 games, give me the Nerfy in all of them. Just give me the Nerfy in all 3 games today. Abel's going under. NYC Bar says, oh no, NYC Bar, don't be a party pooper. He's just reporting the information. I mean, we're not picking on him, but he says, look it out, there could be some rain. Oh, no, we don't want any rain on our 3-game card, but there is about a 25% chance of this game getting rained out. There is rain expected throughout the game, about a 33% chance throughout the game, actually here today, with modestly warm temperatures for sure in the high 80s. So, treacherous weather today there. Laker boys on the Rays. Pepio, a couple of starts, right? Here's the thing. I think with this game, Pepio, the numbers in these starts against the Yankees this season, lost these 2 games. He did go 10 innings, 5 earned runs, though, in those games. Pair of losses, but they were back in April and May. And Nuke says they'll wait for this one. Oh, must be. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, we are in August here. This must be Tampa Bay's last trip. I think there is what Nuke's saying. So you got to wait and hang out for this one. This is the early game, obviously. Tampa Bay on the money line here for Twisted. Terrell says this is the day game. Go under. I got to make my call here. Look, I mean, don't forget to catch me on the Cover the Spread show. I did cover this game a little bit more extensively. I don't know how much more extensively I could have covered it, but I did cover this one there on the Cover the Spread show for today, so you can get a little more information or another pick from me if you want. But I got to look to the total in this one, and I'm going over here with I know you guys are calling for the under there, but hey, look, I'm kind of that right now. Stroman's got that 6 ERA. I'm probably the biggest Stroman fan out of everybody here, but I know what's going on, and I'm going to go over here in this one. All right. Okay. Oh, it's Reds. Thank you, Dougie. Got it. Reds first 5 there for the play of the day. Thank you. Next up, you got the Braves taking on the Reds. I saw you guys talking about Carrasco in there. And it's funny, right? The Braves are trading for players like they think they still have a chance or something. I don't know what's going on, but the Braves are quite, they've got Fetty. Now, that doesn't mean these guys are world beaters or anything. And maybe these guys are just stopgap guys because they were making the deals. But you got Carrasco in here going for the Braves today, huh? Carrasco coming in here with a 5.91 ERA, 1.5 whip, 298 batting average against, and a 320 BABIP for the Reds here. And we can't forget the man. I mean, this is Abbott. This is an Abbott start here today. There we go. And put Andrew Abbott in there. I don't know what we only got 6 games. How could I not finish the graphics? Abbott, 18 starts. He's only 8-1 this season with a 209 ERA, 107 whip, 216 batting average against, and a 258 BABIP for Abbott. Abbott and the Reds have won 5 of their last 7 games. Coming into this one, the Braves have lost 7 of their last 8, including 6 of their last 7 on the road. This one's actually up to about $1.70 here. Not much support for the Braves for sure. It makes a little bit high number there. But the Braves have won 5 of the last 6 games against Atlanta overall. Atlanta's gone Atlanta's gone over in 11 of their last 15 games overall, but Cincinnati's gone under in 7 of their last 8, and they've also gone under in 9 of their last 10. So a little bit of conflicting data there with the total with the 2 teams. So let's see, though, what you guys have in this one with Carrasco going up against Abbott here today. And we go to the chat in this one. And we've got De La Cruz here. Let's see. We do says De La Cruz stolen bases there, and Andrew K double digits. Oh, he's talking. The Yankees have scored for Stroman. That's what he's saying. Offensive run support. Reds money line and maybe the under for NYC bar. Abel says take Abbott's K's to go over. Maybe De La Cruz gets a hit here, says Irish King. Roberts on the under yesterday. NYC bar. Who did win the drawing yesterday? I know we did it, right? I'm trying to remember. Andrew K says Abbott already took these guys on this season. And is that what he's saying there? He took on the Braves and already mowed them down one time. I think that's what he's saying. Let me look at that start then and help him out here. It was 5 innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, and a dominating performance by Abbott. And he has been dominant. Really good, right? Yeah, right. 2-1 loss. There you go. 2-1 loss. But it was a no decision for Abbott in that one. Nuke says Reds win first 5 and full game. Twisted might like the under, and Abel says he'll take a Nerfy here in this one. All right, look, it's obviously a pretty huge advantage. It does feel like here for the Reds, and I'm going to take the Reds on the run line actually today. Give me Cincinnati here to roll against. We'll see. Maybe you work out. Maybe Carrasco will have a little something in the tank here with the trade over the Braves. But like I said, Braves are making moves here like they still think they have a chance, but they don't. I mean, come on. The Braves are out of it right now for Atlanta. 45 and 61, 16 games under 500, 16 games out of first place. Flea Mathis is here. D Money, hello. He's got some plays there. We do says Twins could go under, even though the Twins aren't playing today, so I better screen these out. Under for Abel. All right. Thank you, guys. Great contributions in our short card. Taking my time here. Hey, the Rangers are in action here against the Mariners today. You've got Camille Rocker on the mound. He's 4-4 with a 5.73. Oh, you guys. Maybe I got a little extra sleep here with this card. And no middle of the night tennis. All right. 5.73 ERA, 1.44 whip, 275 batting average against here for Camille Rocker. For George Kirby, a 5-5 record, 4.5 ERA, 1.15 whip, 243 batting average against, 291. Babbitt coming into this one. You got Seattle here, favored dollar. Man, it's going up. Oh, man, is it going up? Seeing some offshore sites already up to maybe $1.75 here. Let's call it $1.70 for the Mariners. Total 7.5 and slightly juiced to the under. Let's just call it 7.5. Call it what it is. 7.5 here in this one. For the Rangers here, they have won 7 of their last 9 coming in, but man, the Rangers struggle against the Mariners. They've lost 16 of the last 20 games against Seattle overall. Seattle has lost 4 of their last 6, but they've also won 6 of their last 9 at home. So, hey, getting just a little bit of news here. I don't know if we have the I think it's something we knew. I'm looking to see if we're getting I need 1 more or 2 more confirmations, but let me see if we just can't get it here. I know we're waiting for trades. I'd love to break some news. You know me. I love to break some news here. Look, I'm not the fastest necessarily, but love it when some news come together. Anyway, here we go. I think we've got it here. All right. We're just starting to see it. It's one that I think was a poorly kept secret here, but the Shane Bieber will be headed to Toronto here. We're going to get the details, I think. It's going to be uh, for Call, the good prospect here for sure. The Blue Jays are going to have to part with, as Bieber is expected to go to Cleveland. Uh, or Call Stephen, the right-handed pitcher, expected to go to Cleveland in the Shane Bieber deal. So look, he's a pretty good prospect for sure. We're going to see Shane Bieber heading over to uh, the Toronto Blue Jays. That one coming in here, but I think everybody speculated that that's where he was headed. It seemed to be a poorly kept secret for sure, but does add front of the rotation upside to the Jays, and I don't think it messes anything up there for Toronto. So, big news. Sources saying here right now that deal pending a medical, that Bieber will head to Toronto. That just coming across, it looked like something we already kind of knew was going to happen, and now it is. So, all right. And let's go. We start your plays here on this one with the Rangers and the Mariners. Let me go to it here with you guys. Smart Money Bets. Great to see Smart Money Bets here. Great to have you, Smart Money. And good morning. Yeah, you know what? Get that NFL started. Get my Chargers going here. And I'll preview the game in just a moment. Rangers for Dougie. Rangers money line. Lean to the over for NYC Bar. Seattle says, Robert says Seattle on the run line in this one. And Nuke says that he likes Seattle to win the division now. We do says give him the Rangers minus 2.5 for some big plus money today. Abel likes the Mariners here. Cal Raleigh, can he just hit another home run today? It feels like, right? And let's see. We do says reverse run line, maybe even by 3 runs today. And Abel says Seager and Raleigh on that home run prop here, maybe. Ron likes Seattle first 5. And here is Abel. He likes over 7.5. Great to have Nate. Great. He's ready to roll with some Alabama football as well. D-Money says over in this one with Texas and Seattle. I guess I got to make my call for this game. And let me do that right now. Thank you, everybody. The baseball segment's pretty much over, other than one more pick from me here right now. Well, I know D-Money said over, but I think I'm going to be on the under here in this one myself. Abel was talking about that Raleigh total bases. Yeah, I got you, Abel. I see it. I'm going to go with the under in this one with Texas and Seattle. That's it for the baseball today. He says, what are the best 2 home run props today? Let's see if I don't know. I could probably rattle off. I didn't look at the prices, so I don't know if I would have the best home run prop. I could only look maybe at some of the numbers today of which batters might have a good opportunity today. If you look at the charts there a little bit. Let me see if I have the pop-ups here and see what we got. We do. Thank you. We do. He said, how about Stanton there? He gave us some. He gave us some there for sure. Let's see what the some big numbers here possibly. Let's see. Olson's got a couple against Singer. Oops, I'm on the wrong day. I'm on tomorrow. Can't give you guys some bogus data, but I think you guys got it pretty good there. I'm not going to delay anymore. I'm going a little slow here to give you that. All right. Anyway, appreciate it. That's it for the baseball. Let's go over to what do I have up next? I think I have the order. Oh, I want to go with the chart with the NFL preseason next. With all due respect to the WNBA, with my Chargers up against the Lions here in this one, and the Lions are favored, mostly because, you know why the Lions are favored? Because the Chargers are the line moved when the Chargers announced that the starting quarterback rotation is pretty much what it comes down to here. Of course, Justin Herbert is not going to be starting for the Chargers in this one. I mean, you don't need Herbert in there for this game, right? I mean, you rest him, and remember, this is the extra game, really, between the two teams. So what you'll have here in the really is Trey Lance is expected to get the start. Now, Taylor Heineke is on the list, but I think they said he's an emergency. He's a third string in this game. So when the Chargers announced that Trey Lance was going to be the starter, here's a trade coming in right now as Paul Sewald is on the move here real quick. Not a big one here, but I just saw it fly by here by a good source that Sewald will be on the move. The Tigers will be getting Sewald from the Guardians. That just in here on the high-speed trade wire. And we'll watch for any more that come down. Maybe we'll get a few more here. Okay. So, like I said, so Trey Lance gets the start. Now, he's expected to play the first half and maybe the first series of the third quarter, and then it's going to be DJU coming in. Uagalele will be in there for the Chargers in the third quarter. So I don't think that's a terrible rotation. You can say what you want about Trey Lance, and, he's a veteran backup at this point that hasn't even played very much, but does get playing time in the preseason. We know we've seen Trey Lance in the preseason before, and we've seen him, but he just has never been able to really live up to any expectation. But he's on the Chargers here, and this is his moment. This is his chance tonight because he's in competition, it feels like, with DJU for that number 3 spot. I think Heineke is the number 2 quarterback for sure on the Chargers, and the Chargers aren't going to take any chances with Herbert or Heineke here. So they're basically going with a number 3 and a number 4 at this point. Heineke's just number 3 tonight. He's the number 2 guy for the Chargers for sure. So I think when that was announced, that's when the line kind of moved to the Lions favored by 1.5. Now, Hendon Hooker, he gets the start for Detroit. He was terrific in the preseason last year, completing 67% of his passes. And then you'll have Kyle Allen after that. So Goff is not playing. So Hooker in there, pretty good, right? No doubt about it. And in there as well, Kyle Allen. So let's see if you guys want to play. A lot of people don't even want to touch preseason, but I like to read the stories. I like to read the motivations of the teams. I am really into preseason. I think there is opportunity to be had, and I will be predicting and picking preseason games all preseason long, all 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I guess, with this one, but for 3 weeks, 2 weeks in the future, we know. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys have, though, in this one. You'll have the Chargers in there, running backs today. Probably Kimani Badal will probably get a lot of running back time with the Chargers today. Also, Raheem Sanders, I would expect for the Chargers in there. Maybe no appearances. Omari Hampton is supposed to get some appearances here. He may carry the ball a few times, it sounds like. But, with the Chargers and with Najee Harris kind of missing some time, he was involved in a fireworks incident. So Hampton, he might be the starter sooner rather than later, and that could reduce his time. It feels like some of the targets for the Chargers today include Darius Davis in there. He's probably lining up for some action. Keandre Lambert-Smith at wide receiver as well, I would imagine, in there. Brendan Rice, some of the guys you might see here for the Chargers tonight. Jalen Johnson. For the Lions here in their running game, I think you're going to have to look all the way down to Robichaux today. I would think would probably be pretty effective here. Possibly Jabari Small as well. We'll see. I wouldn't expect any action really from those top-tier guys with Detroit in this game. As far as wide receivers are concerned, I don't expect much action, if any, from those starters. But maybe you could get down to Khalif Raymond a little bit if you wanted a big name that could see time and could see some production. But you'll also have some other guys in here for sure. Isaac, everyone's favorite, Isaac Tesla. Uh, we know that he's been impressive in training camp so far. A lot of talk about a Tesla there. Dominic Lovett as well. And maybe down to Tom Kennedy today, Ronnie Bell as well. So nothing from the tight end game, I'm sure, from the top tight ends with these groups. I would imagine for the Chargers, you could get Oronde Gadsden in there and probably Trevor Fisk or Tucker Fisk there. And for Detroit, probably Yaboya. Your boy will be in there. Yaboya, I would think, today. So, all right. Hopefully, those are some of the names I covered. I hope I didn't miss anybody there, but a little bit tough. This is the point that people who say you can't bet preseason will make. They don't know. They don't know these guys, right? They know your top names, but they don't follow it. Kind of like I do, and where you get into some of the other names. And here's the thing about preseason: a lot of people just it's a throwaway game. I get all that. You don't want to waste your hard-earned money. The reason why you cover games, right? For example, who was the was it the Steelers? There was a coach this week. No, it wasn't the Steelers, of course, but the coach was upset. He was mad because people were speculating on how players' health, right? The post game, the press conference after practice, and they were asking the coach questions about the health of some of the players. Now, I'm a former reporter, albeit small time, right? Never really made. I'm here with you guys. I've made it big time here with you guys, but I didn't write for the New York Times. But I know how to cover a game. You ask questions about the person. A lot of times, people think they're a reporter and they want to inject their own football knowledge. No, all your job is to do is really report on the person, And so you ask questions about the person. And he said, I wish you guys would stop worrying about who's going to play. And when the NFL jobs are on the line, these guys are competing for jobs that pay, pretty good money. And that's why you cover the game. That's why you have reporters, right? You got family loving to know about how their son, their daughter, their son's doing. Their mom and dad. That's mom and dad worried about how their son's doing. Is he going to play? Is he going to make the team? That's how it works. So I don't get the hate necessarily. These are important games and important jobs, and those guys are on the line trying to make a career. You only get a little brief window to be a professional athlete. And that's why it's so important. All right. So should be pretty good tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Much ado about nothing for sure when it comes to the first preseason. I joked all week that my true prediction here, now I didn't look at the weather in Ohio yet. Probably could look at that Reds game a little bit and see what happens there, right? But my guess is, could there be some rain tonight in the forecast? And, well, when there's rain, there could be thunder showers, there in Canton. So will we even see this game go all the way? Could it be canceled or something here in the middle of the game? Could there be a thunderstorm or something? I just say it because, you see that sometimes happen. And I think it is actually a pretty nice day, though, there. All right. Hey, we got it for you here. Thanks, everybody. You guys can make some picks or some comments there in the chat. And NYC Bar says that totals. Oh, gosh, I got to make a bet. I got to make a play here, right? And that total, man, has it gone up? Has it ever gone up? All right. I think Terrell likes my man there in center field to hit a home run, Trent Grisham. Fireman mustache there. NYC Bar says go over. Abel says go under. Look, this total's gone higher, right? Robert's on the Chargers. Nuke's on the Chargers here. Hall of Fame games, a coin flip, says Nuke. Terrell likes the over. He says it starts slow and picks up in the fourth quarter. I was kind of like, I thought it would start faster. Under first half for Abel. And NYC Bar says, short card, right? The Chargettes. Dougie said that was the name, the Chargettes, Terrell. That was actually the name of the Chargers cheerleaders back in the day. I don't think they're called that anymore. I think now they're called the San Diego Chargers cheerleaders, but they were called the Chargettes. The Dougie Wise on the Chargers. A lot of people on the Chargers here, right? So one more thing about now the Lions have a lot to work on, right? They've had some turnover here as for a team of their capabilities. And look, I mean, for the Lions, we're still looking for glory, right? If anything, they've almost started, this window might be closing a little bit, right? We don't want to see that happen for the Lions. So this feels like an important season, but I don't know if everything's totally set with the Lions now. I think it is when you're talking about, Montgomery Gibbs and, the receiving core and all that, but they've got some players to replace on the, there's some movement on the defense, maybe a little offensive line, but also it's important for the Lions here, but they're still the established program. The Chargers they're more hungry, I think. I don't know. I think the Lions are hungry, but I mean, and there is the Harbaugh factor. Now, a lot of people some people are saying, you can't compare these two coaches. And we know that John Harbaugh and the Ravens, best preseason team since the Patriots, right? And I don't think it's a fluke with the Ravens there as far as their wins in the preseason, because I think it's a result of the way that the Ravens and Harbaugh runs his team. And I think we have the same thing with Jim Harbaugh. These guys are wacko. They'll not trying everything to win, but I'm talking about wacko like precision, right? When you got that Charger, the Chargers are going to be, playing the textbook on that first series, right? Scripted. And that's the way it is. Harbaugh's a discipline. That's why they're set to go. These guys are crazy. These two coaches. So I think the Chargers are probably a more apt team in the preseason than the Lions. That's what I really believe. All right, here. Yeah, Nuke, if anything, right? It's a bigger challenge, right? I think that's what makes it great. And, you do got to know those quarterback rotations, it feels like. All right. Thank you, guys. We probably spent a little too much time on that. And look at that, Terrell, great information there. And usually I'm an under in the preseason. I don't know if I am an under in the preseason in this one. I'm going over tonight. Give me the over with the Chargers and the Lions. And we do consider drafting Tim Patrick from the Lions. Hey, you know me. I think I've shown, Tim Patrick, who I have covered in community college. I mean, Tim Patrick, look how he is. Look how he is right now. Hopefully he stays healthy. But I'm so old, I covered him in community college. Man, that was like 10 years ago. Able for the under. Maybe go with the ground games a little bit. Vidal, we know he's Mr. Preseason. All right. Thanks, Dougie. See you later. We got those games out of the way. Oh, what? Dropped my pen in between my legs. Here we go. Let's go quickly. Let's skip the CFL game just because they're both football. I'm not saying the CFL is more big time than our WNBA, but let's look at this one here with the Stamps going up against the Red Blacks. You guys already mentioned it, right? But, man, it just has to be bells and whistles that are going off. When you have the 5-1 team or when you have Calgary coming in here as good as they've been here right now this season and how impressive they've been. Yes, we've got some issues here with the personnel tonight, no doubt about it, in the game. But when you have a Calgary team coming in with this 5-2 record right now, right, and open up as a favorite here, and then all of a sudden the Red Blacks, who are 1-6, basically here right now with probably one of the worst deep, and they're favored. That should be bell. Woo, woo. We know the injury situation here for Calgary. No Vernon Adams. He's got that concussion, so he's out. And that, and Drew Brown's in. And, Drew Brown, I think everyone's a little bit hopeful in Ottawa that Drew Brown can be a player, right? Now, look, it's tough for I would think it's tough for Brown against a team like Calgary, actually, here. But, man, you got to respect this line move. I don't know. I'm just going to go with Ottawa as my free play. It's screaming here like this is such a huge difference. How could 1-6 Ottawa be favored over 5-2 Calgary? I mean, look, you got Brown. You've got Eugene Lewis in there today for sure. Hardy, Addison, Pimpleton. They've got, and that's probably the best situation for Ottawa here is those receivers. I mean, not so much Lewis for sure, but those slot backs, that really has been kind of the Calgary's weakness, if anything, defensively. So, look, Dedrick Mills could control the game with his running here for Calgary. Maybe he will. But, with P.J. Walker, who they have Rhymes, of course. Dominic Rhymes had that big game last week. It feels like Ottawa's got even a little more offense here than I'm taking Ottawa. Like I don't know any better. I'm taking Ottawa in this one today with that big move. I mean, I'm the type to trust the move like this. Okay, let's see what you got here in this one. Look, it's a terrible price. Probably should go with the money line. I can't do that here on the show. So, okay, here we go. Any picks from of course, got Nuke. He's going to take the stamps. I mean, he's got to. I mean, this is just ridiculous. You've got a 5-2 team as a 3.5-point underdog. Nuke's on the stamps. Fair enough. It probably has gone too far, I guess. Okay, let's see. We do like the over in the Chargers game. Good morning to Nathan Cerna. I think that's it for that one. Let's go to the WNBA tonight with the Valkyries here. Take it on the Mystics. How about this one? With the Mystics favored by, it's up to 4.5 now. Wow. This one opened as low as 1.5. In fact, when we were doing the overnight of the WNBA 2-3 zone with Justin and with Ron, the line was 1.5, maybe 2. Oops, where's my graphic? I changed the wrong game there, you guys. Sorry about that. Let me Mystics here. The line on the Red Blacks game didn't change to 4.5. That was just I was trying to do this. Mystics 4.5. And it's gone up pretty high here for sure in this one. But nonetheless, you do have Washington here coming in 13-13. Golden State 12-13. They're in here off of a win, but fourth game here on the road trip. And a little bit inconsistent, for sure coming into this one. But nonetheless, take a look here. Golden State 13-7 against the spread as a dog, but they are 4-9 straight up on the road. The Mystics are 9-5 straight up at home. I'm sure they can win the game. I probably think they still can cover this right now against the Valkyries here, even though we've been kind of a Valkyrie supporter most of the season. But this spread's kind of getting away. I'm just going to kind of reinforce my play on Washington. I know I have to lay more now here at 4.5, but I'm not going to back down and say, hey, I'm off of it now. I'm just going to roll with Washington here on the show. Maybe money line might be better. Like I said, when we previewed it was 1.5 and 2, and I do like Washington here in this game. Total here is down to 153.5, maybe even 153. That's pretty low, I know, but does feel like a low score. Anyway, Monique Billings is questionable for Golden State coming into this one. Aaliyah Edwards is out for Washington here. And I'm just going to reinforce my play on Washington at this increased price. I kind of like the total, maybe coming in with a little something later on. Stay tuned. And maybe some plays from you guys in this one with... Keith says, got to read that line, Ramon, right? That's all look, I might be fooled because it's a CFL, but, and, I think that's what he's talking about, the CFL game. And I don't know, when I see a 1-6 team go from a 2-point dog to a 3.5-point favorite, like, I probably don't know what's going on in the world. Stamps, though, for NYC Bar. I get it, and I don't mind what you guys do in that one. Here's Nathan on the Chargers here. Abel likes the Valkyries first half again. Area fan for Abel over in her rebounds again, man. It's been good. Keith says he's got to take the Valkyries in the first half. They've been rolling. Robert liking the under here. Keith Just Truth says, is the morning steam on Washington? And Terrell on the under here. Abel says been taking that first half with the Valkyries for a good month straight. NYC Bar likes the under. I don't want to stop talking about this game because the show's over. But I took Washington here, and oh man, we're out of sports now. There is today, and we didn't do as well yesterday in the Leagues Cup. I got a little greedy with some of the Mexican teams because I was listening to some of the experts in the chat. I kept saying, hey, I think MLS is starting to surpass. And then we've got some very good handicappers that join me in the chat. Says, not so fast, Ramon. Liga MX is still better. You know what? I think they still are better because of, and I'm trying to say that MLS is coming. That's what I'm saying. And like I said, players are opting for MLS. But last night, the MLS teams pretty much had the better of it. And I was kind of rolling with the Mexican teams. That's all right. We'll see tonight, 6-game card in the Leagues Cup. There's also 2 games to keep an eye on. I'm going to make some picks later, I think, on the basketball tournament. Now, I think I've seen enough of this tournament now to be pretty confident on what I'm doing tonight in the basketball tournament. And there'll be 2 games tonight as they're whittling it down there. If you've been watching that one, they play for $1 million. You'll have some games tonight on TV just because I'm looking for sports here. All right, and the golf, like I said, the golf is well underway here now. And how about it so far with Chandler Phillips? He's in the lead at 7 under here currently. Bezuidenhout is tied for second with McGreevy. Alex Doran's up there. There's Victor Perez. He's tied for second at 5 under. That's my 100-to-1 shot. Hanging in there for sure. All right. Let's see what else we've got. Big O says we got a slow sports day. We do have some tennis coming up at the top of the hour. Hey, we did have one there, right? Big O, we had that over as a premium there yesterday with, like I said, the premiums were hot yesterday. So let me promote it one more time before we get out of here, and we'll do the drawing as well. You can get more plays from me over at winnable.com. And yeah, we did roll some of those plays there yesterday for sure. So check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon. We did have those I don't know, felt like pretty solid picks there in Major League Baseball yesterday, right? With those games, we did have the Dream and the Wings over. We had the Rangers and the Angels game to go over. We had also the early games as well that we won, of course, the Red Sox. We had the winner there. We had that over in the Nationals and the Astros. We rolled the early card, right? We had the Royals. We had the under in the Giants game to go 4-0. So why wouldn't you subscribe to my picks for just 50 cents a day when you use the promo code STEAM over at winnable.com/Ramon. That's how you support me here on the channel. And we had a good day yesterday with the premiums in Major League Baseball and that winner in the WNBA as well, right? Thanks a lot, everybody. Let's get ready for the drawing here today. And popping up here. Thank you, everybody. How many are in today? 24 of you. Let's see. I'll give you one more chance to enter here right now. No risk, all reward. Win a free subscription to Ramon's Sports Money Premiums at Winnable. This is my second tier product. Of course, my high roller plays over at Tony's are my ultimate best plays of the day, boutique plays over there for high rollers. And then this is your high volume content right here. For those of you that know, you got to go with the volume to beat this game. We got 24 of you signed up. All you have to do is comment in the chat. Let's roll with it here. Robert likes Charlotte tonight against Juarez. He's taking another MLS team. See, Galaxy should beat Tijuana. You guys are all over the MLS teams. Maybe I'll learn my lesson here. Let's do the drawing. Here we go. 25 of you now we got in there. Irish King, Nate, Terrell, Laker Boy, Keith, Andrew K, NYC Bar, Bobby Mac, AOD, and it's 9 Legacy. 9 Legacy's got it. All right. Hope 9 Legacy will join me here if he's not already there to join me with the picks over there. Use the promo code WINNER to get signed up. Just go to winnable.com/Ramon, and when it asks for your promo code, just put in WINNER. That's all you got to do. Going to get 30 days of my picks over there. And thank you, 9 Legacy, for all your contributions to the show as well. Appreciate it, everyone. That's it for the Morning Steam. All right. And we'll be back tomorrow for more Morning Steam at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Get ready for, we've got Mikey Money in here today at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. And he'll be by with pre-gaming. Don't forget, we've got PB MMA picks up and ready right now on the channel. And also First Strike. The guys are ready with their top plays for this weekend's UFC action here in Las Vegas with that makeshift main event for the flyweights with Tyra versus Park. But we'll be here on Saturday with our companion coverage on Saturday night. We're back here in Vegas. So check it out this weekend at UFC, and the shows are up and ready from the guys here. Get your handicapping started for this weekend. All right. That's going to do it for the show. Really appreciate everybody. We're back tomorrow. Thanks for stopping. We'll have a much more bigger show tomorrow for sure with all the baseball. And hey, for anyone who does subscribe today with this limited card, I'll double your subscription if you go in there and get a day's worth, and probably just have a couple of plays today in the premium. So, if you spend the $4 or whatever it is on the one day, I'll definitely double it. But if you get a week today, I'll double it to 2 weeks. If you get a month, I'll double it to 2 months. If you get the 3-month pass, I'll double it to 6 months. How's that? Go over to winnable.com/Ramon today because of the short card is double your purchase day. That's what it is. I do all the I'm the one who looks through the purchases, goes right to my Winnable here. So check it out today and appreciate it, everybody. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
One for cover, that's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. Ramon Scott, sports money. Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.